I think we're gonna call it there, and now it's dance party time. Thank you very, 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 very much. What a pleasure. This is the greatest. Now it's time to party with you. This is a song about a ghost that a friend of mine saw. Honey came to see me in the morning light, singing a song about the day that she died, She went wandering off in a dress just as soft as the heather on the mountainside. The heather on the mountainside. And honey came to see me in the morning light. She was there, then she was gone in a flash, But her features were drawn in the dark of the dawn, like a portrait made of charcoal and ash. A portrait made of charcoal and ash. In the morning, in the morning. Honey came to see me in the morning light. You know, she couldn't have been older than 12 and 12. But her eyes were as clean as an X-ray machine. She knew me better than I knew myself. Better than I knew myself. Honey came singing of the way she died, saying it wasn't some catastrophe or attack. She was swallowing a sip from the river when she slipped, and the river swallowed her right back. Yeah, the river swallowed her right back. In the morning, in the morning. Honey came to see me in the morning light. I was alone at a lake that never stirs. Every song that I wrote disappeared in my throat, and the only one I could hear was hers. The only one I could hear was hers. Honey came to see me in the morning light, singing a song about the lesson that she learned. She says, no matter how slight, any time that you bite, you're gonna get bit in return. You're gonna get bit in return. In the morning, in the morning. Honey came to see me in the morning light, singing that heaven is hidden in the air, in the dark of the dawn. A moment after she'd gone, I'm wondering if I'm already there. Thank you very much.
This is really special to be back and playing in this intimate setting, so thank you again for coming out. Really appreciate the space station and the spot for having us. It's a real pleasure.
those matches in your eyes and your lips of paraffin? Were you flaking like a painting when you fell from heaven and you landed in a fresco full of sticky seraphim? Maybe I will pick you up and put you on my arm, pick you up and put you on my arm like a charm. Pick you up and put you on my arm. I'll pick you up and put you on my arm. Was it hard when you fell from heaven and you landed in a bar full of billiards and tattoos? Was it hard in the yard with the cigarettes unleavened and the congregation swaying to the continental blues? Maybe I would pick you up and put you on my hip, pick you up and put you on my hip when you slip, pick you up and put you on my hip, pick you up and put you on my hip. Was it strange when you fell from grace? Could you read my mind the same way you'd read a cocktail menu? Did you look in a mirror and expect to see your face, but instead see a map to the after party venue? Baby, I would pick you up and put you on my sleeve, pick you up and put you on my sleeve. Don't you leave, pick you up and put you on my sleeve. I'll pick you up and put you on my sleeve. I'll pick you up and put you on my sleeve, pick you up and put you on my sleeve. Did it hurt when they nailed you to a windmill and then left you on a hillside where the west wind played roulette? Were you dizzy, were you dizzy? Did it keep you busy until all the guilty parties died and the innocents forget? Baby, I will pick you up and put you on my neck, pick you up and put you on my neck, keep you in check, pick you up and put you on my neck. I'll pick you up and put you on my neck. I'll pick you up and put you on my neck, pick you up and put you on my neck, serve and protect, pick you up and put you on my neck. I'll pick you up and put you on my neck.
And tonight we're playing as a trio. When we play down in the cities, we play as a sextet. There's 6 of us, and we've got a couple of strings players and bass, and we have some CDs for sale. Whiskey with Goliath is an EP we released last year, and this is one of the songs on there about old friends. And I think it's safe to say that you guys have now transitioned from new friends to old friends, so this song's for you.
By now you know what youth is. It's the time before you know the world is ruthless, and you're still a wind-blown little seedling. You don't know where you are or what you're feeling, so call your old friends, tell them you love them, tell them no one knows you like they know you. Call your old friends, tell them you love them, and you will love them whatever else they go through. Now your surroundings may well worsen, but it takes one to know one good person. And when I met you, I felt empowered. You know, being shy is not the same as being a coward. So call your old friends, tell them you love them, tell them no one knows you like they know you. Call your old friends, tell them you love them, and you will love them whatever else they go through. Oh, 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 the lone tree is the sorest, so you taught me how to live among the forest. You find that number you haven't dialed since you were halfway between a grown-up and a child. And call your old friends, tell them you love them, tell them no one knows you like they know you. Call your old friends, tell them you love them, and you will love them whatever else they go through. Oh, 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 Thank you very much. Oh yeah. Speaking of high-functioning relationships, here's a song about murdering your partner that I didn't write.
She opened up his dresser drawer to see what she could find. He didn't have much but a couple of bucks, and fool's gold he had mine. Way in the back, her fingers found a crumpled up little note. She didn't have to read a single word to know what he had wrote. She opened up her dresser drawer to find her letter knife that had never seen a note from him, not a damn day in her life. The steel was cold against her skin, the handle mother of pearl. She ran her finger from base to tip, and her lip began to curl. Her heart in a cage with the lines on the page, and you better run, son, when you see her coming with her eyes full of rage. was hot as a pistol shot. The wind, it stood dead still. The screen door slammed with a mighty force of sheer determined will. The prairie grass, it cut her thighs, but she never even felt the sting. She knew no pain worse than the cut that a letter knife could bring. She found him by the fireside with a smile across his face. His eyes met hers, and soon that smile disappeared without a trace. The setting sun, it caught the glint of a delicate letter knife, clenched in the white-knuckled fist of his darling little wife. He put her heart in a cage with the lines on the page. And you better run, son, when you see her coming with her eyes full of to know what happened next. They found his body by the riverside with a letter knife in his chest. And what became of his little wife? Yes, where did she go? As we listen to the fire crack, ask me how this tale I know. He put my heart in a cage with the lines on the page. And you better run, son, when you see me coming with my eyes full of rage. Yes, you better run, son, when you see me coming with my eyes full of rage. So don't mess with me.
And this is a song, you know, like I mentioned Leonard Cohen, he's one of my favorite people, and he talks about how Hallelujah took him 7 years to write. He was like working on it on and off for ages and ages, and this is a song like that for me. It is not as good as Hallelujah, so don't get your hopes up, but it did take me a very long time to write. It's like one of the most recent songs that I finished, and also one of the oldest songs that I started, so it was almost a decade in the making. My soul met my body in the hills above the coast, and I'm told I didn't cry on the night that I was born. But I remember fully how the wind tore through the gully, and we woke to see a cedar tree had fallen in the morn. Then Providence filled the little grove like a theater. Oh, I got me a cradle made of cedar. And the noises of each nighttime proved too beautiful to miss, So I'd always find excuses for to spend the night outdoors, where the mockingbird would borrow its syllables of sorrow from nightingales and lovers up late settling their scores. And evolution claims every winner is a cheater, so I got me a guitar made of cedar. And often I'd awaken in the hours before the dawn to a fox in the bushes or an owl in the air, and I'd write it in my journal. I was glad I turned nocturnal, 'cause I could see twice as good when the daylight isn't there. And I'm a fatalist, I'm a writer and a reader. Oh, I built us a fire, a fire made of cedar. So put your arms around me like a halo around the moon, and make it seem absurd to think that anyone could die. The branches in the forest are like voices in a chorus. Their bodies are half buried, but they're still reaching for the sky. And the harmony makes the melody sound sweeter. Oh, I built us a cabin made of cedar. But I get sentimental where the earth and sky collide, 'cause I know that when I perish I'll become a bit of each. There's a tiny little empire of light around the campfire, and a universe of shadows moving just beyond our reach. And when it's my turn to be visiting St. Peter, you could build me a casket, a casket made of cedar. So put your arms around me like a halo around the moon. Put your arms around me like a halo around the moon. Come on now, put your arms around me like a halo around the moon. 'Cause I've got to go too soon. Put your arms around me like a halo around the moon. Put your arms around me like a halo around the moon. Come on now, put your arms around me like a halo around the moon. 'Cause I've got to go too soon. Put your arms around me like a halo around the moon. Put your arms around me like a halo around the moon. Come on now, put your arms around me like a halo around the moon. 'Cause I've got to go too soon. You guys are good. Thank you, guys. Very excited to announce that we have our very first record deal as this band. Jaime's Vintage Records is a great record shop in the Twin Cities. They're awesome, and they're starting an in-house label, and we're going to be the first band on their label, which is great news. Thank you guys so much. So it's just it's a 7-inch vinyl record, and this is one of the tunes that's going to be on one of the sides of that record. And this is another sing-along. On the day that the first snow falls on the mountain and the town, I put on my long overalls and I lay my burden down. Oh, honey, I'm glad, I am glad for every sorrow that I had. I'm glad for every burden. Without this old heart to weigh me down, I fly away for certain. On the day that the first leaf fades, green to go whole or gold to brown, I count my accolades and I lay my burden down. Oh honey, I'm glad for every sorrow that I had. I'm glad for every burden. Without this old heart to weigh me down, I fly away for certain. Yeah, on the day that the first flower blooms, like a 7-pointed crown, I get high on its perfumes, I lay my burden down. But it'll happen in a cabin someday soon, on a cliff above the sea. And I hear my maker from the breaker call a tune and set my burden free. And on the day that the warm wind sways the ruffles of your gown, I'll change my rambling ways and I'll lay my burden down. Oh, honey, I'm glad for every sorrow that I had. I'm glad for every burden. Without this old heart to weigh me down, I fly away for certain. Oh, honey, I'm glad for every sorrow that I had. I'm glad for every burden. Without this old heart to weigh me down, I'd fly away for certain. Thanks.
So this is a song about a female who's had not a lot of luck with men and her life cycle. You gonna play with me? Okay. 2-step. We were 5 when we first met. You said come outside and play, and you'd give me the best toy you got for your last birthday. You took me to the creek behind Mr. Warren's shed and pushed me in and ran away and left me there instead. And I wondered, yes I wondered, where is my boy? I was 8 when you were 9, 'cause your birthday is in May. You promised me a present for that time you ran away. But when August came and went, candles all blown out, I remembered those false words you spoke. My lips began to pout, and I wondered, Yes, I wondered, where is my toy? The toy is the only thing worth living for. It covers all the hurt with playful fun. The toy is the only thing worth crying for. 'Cause when it's gone, I promise that you'll never want anything more than that toy. We were both in junior high, rode the same bus to school. But when you'd come sit next to me, you'd treat me like a fool. Then in class you passed a note that said meet me after gym. I waited by your locker till the lights had grown dim. And I wondered, yes I wondered, where is my boy? Dad bought you a car on the day you turned 16. You promised me you'd take me out and treat me like a queen. So I called on my girlfriends and I asked them what to wear. With hope I sat till midnight at the bottom of my stairs. And I wondered, yes I wondered, where is my boy? A boy is the only thing worth living for. Covers all the hurt with playful fun. A boy is the only thing worth crying for. 'Cause when he's gone, I promise that you'll never want anything more than that boy. When we were 22 in a room without a view, you told me that you loved me, you were lying and I knew. But you took me to a church in a dress of pearly white. I was searching for that happiness on our wedding night. And I wondered, yes I wondered, where is my joy? Now I'm 33 with a baby on the way. My eyes are sore from crying nearly every single day. I walk into our room, you are snoring on the bed. I look back at the years we wasted, all the lies you said. And I wonder, yes I wonder, where is my joy? 'Cause joy is the only thing worth living for. It covers all the hurt with playful fun. Joy is the only thing worth crying for. 'Cause when it's gone, I promise that you'll never want anything more than that joy. Late at night you turn my way with that look in your eye. You promise me you'll pleasure me, or at least this time you'll try. But as you go to work, your intentions are made true. You never pleasure anyone but you. And I wonder, yes I wonder, where is my toy boy, toy, toy?
Thank you guys. Where the storm clouds go, you better go a-chasing, 'cause the lake is dropped so low. I can see the bottom of the basin, and all you got for thunder is the beating of the drum. but there's gonna be a year when the rain won't come. Now you're dry as cotton, you've come from near and far, just to see the fish bones rotting on the bed of the reservoir. And the sycamores are silent, the cicadas have ceased to hum, but there's gonna be a year when the rain won't come. Maybe this is it, and maybe this is it, maybe this is it, and maybe this is it, yeah. Now you're sucking stones and you're asking God, won't you turn my bones into a divining rod? But no matter how you pray, no matter where you're from, there's gonna be a year when the rain won't come. And maybe this is it, 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 yeah. La da 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 da, yeah. La da 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 da, yeah. Now your lips are bleeding, your eyes are crying. Thank you very much. We got Ashley Hansen on the ukulele. We got Sean Garrity on the drum.
And Mr. Brian Laidlaw, wordsmithing.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
Cheers. Cheers.
They'll lead you steadily, steadily forward, and they'll make you steadily into a wreck. They're liars, but they're gonna hold you to your word. Now that's just the shit that you come to expect. But they'll offer gifts, gold and pearl, but don't you be their whipping girl. They'll string a million lights on the lattice to brighten the alleyway where you lay bleeding. They'll tell you the electric bill's gonna be gratis and charge you triple for water and heating. And the faucets drip the bills unfurl, but don't you be there, whipping girl. Learn about global markets, because your product is slated for tentative launch. You export your energy into the darkness, where they hold you, sinking their teeth in your haunch, and the throat may growl, the lip may curl, but don't you be there, whipping girl. And now you work in an office that's shaped like a coffin, and they call these legitimate business fronts. But your death doesn't need to happen so often. For your sake, I hope it only happens once. They'll take you out, they'll dip and twirl, but don't you be a whipping girl. 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't you let them make you sell your soul. It's worth more than you could ever know. And I will fight with everything I am. But don't you let them make you alive there. They'll take your pride, they'll take your joy, but don't you let them, don't you let them take your breath, they'll take your curl, but don't you let them, don't you let them make you sell your soul. Thank you so much. I think we're gonna call it there, and now it's dance party time. Thank you very, 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 very much. What a pleasure. This is the greatest. Now it's time to party with you.